I pushed open the door of the coffee shop, and a wave of warm air mixed with the smell of roasted beans hits me. It's one of those cozy places with mismatched furniture and local art on the walls. I scanned the room and spotted someone at the corner table by the window, probably the designer my friend wanted me to meet. He's hunched over a notebook, totally absorbed in whatever he's working on. Dark hair falling over his forehead, black hoodie that looks well worn, and a cup of black coffee steaming next to his hand. There's something about the way he's sitting, like he's in his own little world. "Hey, you are Alex, right?" He looks up, a bit startled. Then his face relaxes into a smile. "Oh, yeah. Sorry, you must be." "I'm Marcus." I pulled out the chair across from him. "Sorry I'm late. The subway decided to stop between stations for like 10 minutes. "No worries at all." He closes his notebook, and I caught a glimpse of the cover. It's covered in these colorful illustrated stickers. Kind of reminds me of the stuff you'd see in an indie comic shop. I headed to the counter to order. The barista is this chatty older woman who asks about my day, and I told her about the subway incident. She laughs and says that's why she bikes to work. When I get back with my latte, Alex is scrolling through his phone, looking a bit uncertain. Okay, so maybe he's not super outgoing. That's fine, I'll just keep things casual. See where the conversation goes naturally. "Cool stickers," I said, gesturing to his notebook as I sat down. His eyes lit up immediately. "Oh, thanks. They're from this independent illustrator I love, Mia Chen. She does this amazing work with line weights and textures." "You are into illustration?" "Yeah. I do it professionally actually. Mostly children's books." He hesitates for a second, then opens his notebook. "I'm working on a new project right now, want to see?" "Definitely." He flips through pages of sketches, these soft, whimsical drawings of animals and kids. The colors are really soothing. Lots of muted greens and blues. There's this one spread of a fox reading to a group of woodland creatures that makes me smile. "This is really good," I said, "and I mean it. The way you do the lighting here is subtle, but it totally changes the mood." He adjusts his glasses, seems like a habit when he's pleased or nervous. "Thanks. I've been experimenting with different approaches to shadow work." We fell into an easy conversation about his process. He talks about digital versus traditional media, his favorite illustrators, why he loves working on children's books. When he's talking about his work, he gets animated, using his hands to demonstrate things, leaning forward in his seat. I'm about halfway through my latte when there's a sudden crash from the back of the cafe. We both turn to see a barista standing over a tray of broken mugs, looking mortified. "Oh no!" Alex winces sympathetically. The older barista rushes over to help, waving off the younger guy's apologies. I watched for a second. The kid looks like he might cry, then looked back at Alex. "That happened to me at my first job," I said, except it was a whole tray of wine glasses at a fancy restaurant. Alex laughs. "Oh God, that must have been terrible." My manager just looked at me and said, "Well, you're not getting through your shift without at least one disaster." Made me feel so much better. We talked about our various workplace disasters for a bit. Turns out Alex once accidentally sent a client a file with a very unflattering file name instead of the polished final version. We are both laughing when I remember something. "Wait, you said you did work for children's books. Do you ever do larger scale stuff, like murals or installations?" "Actually, yeah. I'm working on something for a children's hospital right now, designing a series of murals for their pediatric wings." "No way." My cousin Sarah runs a volunteer program at Children's Memorial. They're always looking for artists who want to collaborate on projects like that. His whole face brightens. "Really? I'd love to connect with them." We exchange contact info, and I shot Sarah a quick text asking if she'd be interested. She responds almost immediately with 3 exclamation marks. Okay, she's definitely interested. I laughed, showing him my phone. That's amazing, thank you. The conversation shifts when Alex asks what I do. I told him I'm a product manager at a tech startup. And he immediately jumps in with this story about how he worked with a PM on an app design once and they had completely different ideas about user experience. So what would you have done differently? I asked. He thinks for a moment. I think the PM was so focused on features and metrics that they forgot to consider the emotional experience. Like, yes, technically users could accomplish the task in fewer clicks, but it felt cold and transactional. I nodded, pulling out my own notebook. That's actually a really common problem. Can you sketch out what you mean? He draws a quick diagram comparing the two approaches. And we ended up in this deep discussion about the intersection of design and functionality. He's not a product person, but his perspective is fresh and he picks up on things that would have taken me weeks to notice. About an hour in, my phone buzzes. It's a reminder about a document I need to review before Monday. Shit, sorry. I glanced at it quickly. Work things. Do you mind if I just send a quick email? Go ahead. While I'm typing on my phone, I notice Alex is sketching something new in his notebook. When I'm done, he turns it around. He's drawn a little cartoon of the two of us sitting at the coffee shop, with exaggerated expressions. It's actually pretty funny. That's hilarious. You just did that in like 2 minutes? He shrugs, smiling. Force of habit. I doodled constantly. Can you draw the barista who dropped the mugs earlier? He does, capturing the poor kid's horrified expression perfectly. We are both cracking up. Outside, the light is starting to fade. The cafe has gotten busier. There's a couple arguing quietly at the next table. A student with headphones on typing furiously. And a group of teenagers laughing over their phones. I checked my watch. Damn. We've been here almost 2 hours. Really? Alex looks genuinely surprised. Yeah, I actually have dinner plans at 7, but we should definitely do this again. For sure, this was fun. He seems more relaxed now than when I first arrived. As we're packing up, the older barista comes over. You boys want any refills for the road? I'm good, thanks though, I said. Alex orders another coffee to go. While we're waiting at the counter, he asks, so what's your dinner thing? Anything interesting? Just meeting up with some college friends. We try to do monthly dinners but someone always flakes. So we'll see who actually shows up. That's nice though, that you guys stayed in touch. Yeah, it takes effort, but it's worth it. The barista hands Alex his coffee. Hey, I'll intro you to Sarah via email this weekend, okay? That would be great. Thanks, Marcus. We walked out together. The evening air is crisp, and the street is busy with people heading to dinner or home from work. We stood there for a moment, figuring out which direction we're each going. I'm heading uptown, Alex says, pointing left. I'm going the other way. But hey, seriously, let's grab coffee again soon. Definitely. We do the casual half-wave thing and head off in opposite directions. As I'm walking towards the subway, I'm thinking about the conversation, how Alex opened up once he got comfortable. How passionate he was about his work. That mural project that Sarah would probably love. I texted my friend who introduced us. Met's Alex today. Good call, seems like a solid person. Thanks for connecting us. Then I'm down the subway steps, thinking about what I want to order for dinner, whether Tom and Jessica will actually show up tonight, and making a mental note to follow up with that email intro for Alex. It's just nice. You know, meeting someone new, finding some common grounds, seeing if there's potential for friendship or collaboration or just interesting conversations. No big deal. Just one of those ordinary interactions that might turn into something cooling down the line. Or maybe not. Either way, it was a good way to spend a Friday afternoon.